Hi, so welcome to section 3, video 17, and in this video I wanted to go through a little bit of competitor analysis to get a better understanding of what keywords our competitors might be ranking for. So I'm going to stick with a website and brand that I know very well, and we're going to be looking at the keywords we are targeting for this brand, and then how we could infer what we should be targeting based on what our competitors are targeting. So the keyword I'm going to look at exclusively, and the brand I'm going to focus on is Exanti, and the keyword I want to inspect is diet shakes. So we're going to look at which companies are ranking for the commercial keyword diet shakes. And again, just to reiterate, commercial just mean here that if someone is searching for diet shakes, they're probably looking to buy diet shakes. Okay, so if we go past the ads, so we're only interested in the organic listings, we can see here at the time of this recording, the company in the UK that is ranking at number 1 for diet shakes is Superdrug, and they are quite a well-established company in this space. So I'm just going to open that in a separate tab and scroll down a little bit further. Other companies include Shake That Weight, so we will again open them up in a new tab. And we also have Amazon, Holland & Barrett, open them up in another tab, and then we have Exanti. So I'm going to open up Exanti first, just to show you what we have been doing on this particular page to target this keyword diet shakes. And it's worth noting we haven't targeted in this particular page just diet shakes. The keyword we're actually focusing on is meal replacement shakes. And we can tell that primarily because we've got that here as the H1 or the heading. And if we look at the content just here at the top of the page, you'll see here meal replacement shakes is mentioned. And if I go right to the bottom of this page, what we've added is a bunch of content targeting here and looking at the keyword meal replacement shakes. So we've got it here in this subheading, what are meal replacement shakes, meal replacement shake. And here, when we're looking at these headings, these are based on questions people are searching for, and we use SEMrush to determine which questions people are searching for when looking at meal replacement shakes. So example, do meal replacement shakes work? This is a question we found people are searching for. Similarly, we have here some stats around Exanti meal replacement shakes, how to mix our shakes, and these are just some examples of the content we've included here. So diet shakes is a keyword we are ranking for this page, but it isn't a keyword we were directly targeting. So the reason we're likely to be ranking for diet shakes for this particular page is because meal replacement shakes, diet shakes, they're pretty interchangeable. When someone is searching for diet shakes, Google recognizes that actually meal replacement shakes are pretty similar. Now, if we wanted to target diet shakes exclusively, we could tailor our content around diet shakes instead of meal replacement shakes. However, for Exanti, meal replacement shakes is the keyword we were wanting to target because it's more fitting with what our brand is. It's a little bit more niche. So that is kind of what we've done on this page, but it's worth looking here at our competitors. That's the whole point of this exercise. So we're going to look at Holland & Barrett first. And again, we can see here that they too are likely to be targeting meal replacement shakes instead of diet shakes. And we can see that because this is their H1. If we look at some of the content on the page, we'll see what sort of keywords they're including. And this can help us decide which keywords we might want to look to include as well. So again, meal replacement shakes, if I just do Control F, bring up the search function, I'm going to search for meal replacement shakes first. And we'll see how many times this keyword is included on this page. So you can see here it's included 16 times. Just get rid of that navigation. And we can see all of the times it's highlighted. So meal replacement shakes, you can see, is mentioned a lot, which is likely why this keyword or this page is ranking for this particular keyword. However, what about diet shakes? So this is the keyword we were actually interested in when we started this exercise. Does it actually mention diet shakes? No, it doesn't. Interesting. But again, as we've talked about previously, even though it's not targeting diet shakes exclusively, because it is kind of interchangeable with meal replacement shakes, that's likely why this page is ranking and Google recognizes that. Okay, let's look now at Shake That Weight. So if we actually go back to the search results page, just to check where Holland Barrett was, so they were just one place above Exanti. The top performing on the page that was ranking at the top of this search for diet shakes was Superdrug. So actually it makes sense to go to that page first. And again, we can see here that actually it looks like Superdrug is targeting meal replacement shakes. We can tell that again because it is here in the heading. However, something that's jumped out at me straight away is what here they've done is they've included diet meal replacement shakes as a keyword. I don't think that's by accident. I think they've recognized they could target diet shakes, and just by slipping in that one word there, diet, along with meal replacement shakes, they can target both meal replacement shakes, but also diet shakes. Very clever. And that's actually something we could be doing on Exante to improve the ranking for diet shakes, potentially. Let's look at read more. I suspect this will either extend the content on this page or take us to another page, or do neither. In this case, it doesn't seem to actually have done anything. That's interesting. And let's look at the rest of this page. It's just a bunch of products. Okay, so this tells me a couple of things. First thing, it doesn't look like there's actually a huge amount of content. So whenever I've tried to click on read more, nothing happens. So there's not as much content as what we have. That's worth noting. And I suspect the reason Superdrug is ranking higher is because their domain rating or domain authority is likely to be greater than Exante's. Reason for this, Superdrug has been around for a long time as a company, and therefore their website is more established. So there are a bunch of other factors that go into the ranking of pages, and as I'll explore actually in the bonus section of this course, you'll be able to see in detail the Google ranking factors, most important Google ranking factors of 2021, and some of the main determinants of why a page would rank highly. So in this case, even though the content isn't as long, isn't as detailed, and even though, okay, they have slipped in diet shakes, I would suggest our content on Exante is better, or at least more detailed. And I suspect, the reason Superdrug currently ranking position 1 is because of their domain authority, particularly. Okay, let's go to Shake That Weight. So something I noticed about Shake That Weight is if we go back to the search results first, Shake That Weight did have reference to diet shakes here in the title tag. Now we'll be exploring title tags and actually optimizing content more in the next section, but just to give you a nod towards this, having diet shakes in the what we call the title tag here, so the thing that we would click on, that's a way to actually improve the ranking for that keyword. So that's something we could have done and could do. We, as I've mentioned already, have targeted meal replacement shakes, and we do actually have diet shakes in the title tag as well. So that is something we have done. We also have it in the what we call the meta description. So here you can see it's highlighted bold. But again, if this is going over your head, don't worry, we'll be covering this more in the next section. So just to go back to that Shake That Weight page then, what else have they done? What other keywords have they included in the content? Just scrolling down, doesn't seem to be any content here really. Scrolling down further, okay, they have some content here. Looking for diet shakes, some reference to diet shakes, not seeing much to be honest. What makes Shake That Weight so good? Again, not really seeing a huge amount here. And that's interesting. I would suggest there's actually not a huge amount of content on this page either, just like Superdrug. And sometimes this happens in SEO. So as good as Google is, sometimes the results don't always seem to make sense. And like I said, there are a bunch of factors that go into the rankings, but in terms of just purely content, and if I just search for diet shakes, I see there's no reference to diet shakes on this page either, just like there wasn't on our page. Meal replacement shakes doesn't look like there's no reference of those either. So interesting. But that, like I say, that can happen. And there are so many different factors that go into the rankings, not just on the content. So those are just some of the things we're looking at here when looking at competitors. And we're just trying to get a sense of what are they doing, why are they ranking higher than we are for a particular keyword. And like I say, sometimes it doesn't seem to make much sense. So in this case, Shake That Weight doesn't seem to have much content on the page. Don't mention diet shakes in the content, although they do have it in the title tag. Similar story for Superdrug. Okay, they do have diet meal replacement shakes here, but no other reference that I can see at least. And Holland & Barrett, I would say, probably have as good a content as we do, if not slightly better, and yet they are ranking only one place above us. So search results don't necessarily just seem to make sense. That's kind of the message to take home, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Hope you found this video interesting. I'll see you in the next section.